You ever have a moment that rips the mask right off everyone in the room? That was my 10th wedding anniversary, a night meant for celebration, but instead, it became the stage for a family showdown no one saw coming. My mother-in-law raised her glass, smiled like a queen, and humiliated me in front of everyone. And then, out of nowhere, my own mom delivered just 3 words that shattered Vivian's perfect little world. Honestly, even now, I can't decide if I should laugh, scream, or just disappear when I think about it. Let me back up for a second. I'd been planning this anniversary party for months. I wanted everything perfect. Not for show, but because, after 10 years with Daniel, I wanted something that finally felt like us. Not his mother's version, not anyone's expectations, just us. We booked this restaurant with floor-to-ceiling windows, city lights everywhere, white tablecloths, candles, the whole Pinterest dream. Daniel? He just let me handle it, like he always does. Sometimes I wish he'd get more involved, but honestly, I knew he'd rather be anywhere but caught between me and his mom. Vivian, my mother-in-law, was born to be the center of attention. She walks into any room and immediately everyone stands a little straighter, hair done up, diamonds shining, perfume you can smell across the street. She has this talent for talking sweet but twisting the knife at the same time. And she never lets me forget. Her son could have married anyone, but somehow he settled for me. Then there's my mom, Martha. The total opposite. No makeup, secondhand dress, quiet smile that tells you she's seen it all. I can still remember her making casseroles from scratch on nights we had nothing but potatoes. She raised me to work hard, keep my head up, and never beg for a place at someone else's table. That night, I wore a simple black dress. I'm not fancy, but I looked good, for once not worrying about what Vivian would whisper. The guest list was small, just close friends, Daniel's parents, and my mom. I wanted it intimate, safe. In hindsight, what a joke. Dinner starts. The food is great, wine flowing, everyone making polite small talk. How's work? How's the garden? Blah blah. Then come the toasts. Friends go first. Sweet, a little tipsy. Daniel's dad says something about decades of love, and I notice Vivian roll her eyes. And then it happens. Vivian stands up, glass in hand, diamonds catching the candlelight. "Everyone," she says, "I'd like to say a few words." I swear you could feel the temperature drop. She looks straight at me, then at Daniel, then sweeps the whole table with that cold, practiced smile. "My son Daniel," she says, "has always been special. He's successful, handsome, and he could have had his pick of any woman." She lets that hang in the air, long enough for everyone to know where this is going. Then she turns right to me. "But he chose Emily, the daughter of a farmer, a simple girl from humble beginnings. She's done well for herself, of course. We accepted her into our family." People laugh. I hear forks clink against plates. Even Daniel laughs. Maybe out of nerves, maybe because he honestly doesn't get it. My chest goes tight. It's like getting slapped in public. I can feel everyone's eyes on me, some uncomfortable, some amused. Daniel squeezes my hand under the table, but it's too late. He doesn't say a word. I glance at my mom. She's staring down at her napkin, face still, eyes dark. I want to melt away, or flip the table, or both. Vivian sits, looking so proud of herself. And for one long, humiliating moment, I wonder if anyone will say anything, or if I'm supposed to just smile and swallow it. That's when my mom stands up. Slowly, like she's rising out of her own grief. She doesn't look at anyone, just fixes her eyes on Vivian and says, voice barely above a whisper, "At least my daughter didn't have to sell herself." The room goes dead silent. You could hear a pin drop. Vivian's smile dies on her lips. For the first time since I've known her, she looks terrified. Not angry, not superior, just flat out scared. Daniel fumbles his phone, like he's forgotten he was filming. He looks from his mother to mine, totally lost. Me? I'm just stunned. The mask is off. There's something here, something ugly, and I want to know what the hell it is. For the rest of the dinner, nobody speaks. Vivian avoids my mom's eyes. Daniel tries to crack a joke. Nobody laughs. My appetite is gone. I push food around my plate and replay my mom's words over and over in my head. Later that night, after we get home, I corner Daniel. "Do you get what just happened?" I ask. He shrugs. "My mom drank too much. She didn't mean anything." I lose it. "She humiliated me in front of everyone, and you just sat there." He goes quiet. "I didn't know what to say. She's always like that." I want to scream. Instead, I cry myself to sleep. Days go by. Daniel brings me flowers, takes me out, but there's a wall between us. I can't forgive him. Not yet. He tries to talk to his mother, but she avoids him, claiming headaches or exhaustion. I visit my mom. Her tiny kitchen is full of the smell of cinnamon bread, warm and safe. "What did you mean, Mom?" I ask. "At least she didn't have to sell herself?" Martha sighs. She stirs her tea, staring out the window. And then she tells me. Turns out, Vivian wasn't always the queen bee. She grew up poor, fell in love with a young man, my father, but dumped him when a rich businessman came along. She chose money, security, status over love. My dad was left heartbroken, and that's when my mom stepped in, helped him heal, loved him, raised me together. Vivian always knew who I was. She recognized me the day I married Daniel. To her, I'm not just some farmer's daughter. I'm a living reminder of the man she abandoned for a better life. I sit there, floored. All this time, I thought Vivian hated me for my background. In reality, I'm the shadow of her own worst mistake. I go home and I can't pretend anymore. Daniel comes in, looking tired. "We need to talk," I tell him. He sits, bracing for a fight. "It's not just about your mother," I say. "It's about you. You let her treat me like garbage, and you do nothing. Are you her son first, or are you my husband?" He rubs his eyes. "I don't know what you want from me." "I want you to pick a side," I say. "I want you to protect me. I want you to stop letting her run your life." He stares at me, scared, frustrated, guilty. "I'll try," he says finally, "but you have to help me." I look him dead in the eyes, then start now. A week later, Daniel visits his mom. He finds her sitting in her perfect living room, surrounded by luxury but looking so small. For the first time, he pushes back. "Why do you hate Emily?" he asks. "What has she ever done to you?" Vivian won't meet his eyes. Her hands shake. "I just wanted the best for you." He doesn't buy it. "She is the best. She's made me happy, all on her own. Not because of money, not because of you." Vivian's mask cracks. For a split second, I see the scared, lonely woman underneath all that armor. Daniel comes home that night, different. He holds me, not like he's sorry, but like he's made a decision. "I'm done," he says. "You're my family now. She doesn't get to hurt you anymore." And that's how the cycle broke. Not with forgiveness, not with a big, happy group hug, but with one person finally saying, "Enough." So, was it justice or just revenge?